School Freeware's Word 2007 Tutorials. Tutorial 23. Inserting movie files. AVI, QuickTime Movies, MPEG, and Flash videos. In this tutorial I'll show you how to insert some movies within Microsoft Word. And the first movie format is the AVI, and that works best with Microsoft Word. So first thing to do, click on Insert, then go to Object, Create from File, and select the location of the file. In this case it happens to be the desktop. I'll click on the AVI here, Insert, OK, and now the AVI is inserted into Microsoft Word. I can resize the AVI as I would a picture, and I can also go to page layout and change the text wrapping so it can interact with some text here. To play the AVI, all I have to do is double click on the file and the AVI starts to play. Okay, I'll just stop that. And the nice thing about the AVI is that you don't have to save the Word document as any other special format other than this plain Word document. So if I were to go to File and Save, I can go ahead and save this. Without complication. This is not the case with other movie formats. I'll go to Document 2 here, and I'll show some other movie formats and how they will interact with Microsoft Word. So I'll insert a QuickTime movie. I'll click on Insert, go to Object, Create from File, Browse. Again on the desktop I have the QuickTime movie. Click on Insert, OK. And you'll see that the QuickTime movie pops in as this. It looks like a simple text line here, but if I were to double click on this text, and QuickTime opens up and it's ready for me to play the movie. And you must have QuickTime installed on the computer for this to work. And you'll see that yes, QuickTime does work with Microsoft Word, but it doesn't work as well as an AVI. So I'll close down QuickTime and I'll delete this file here, and let's try a few other files. I'll go to Object, I'll go to Create from File, Browse. On the desktop is an MPEG-4. Click on OK. Click on the text here, which really isn't text, and then I could go ahead and play the movie. Once again, one more time for the object, Create from File, Browse, Desktop, and I'll try Flash. Click on Insert, OK. Get this weird X, double click on it, and it doesn't seem to want to play at all. Okay, I'll delete this. And there's another way of inserting these types of movies within Microsoft Word, with the exception of the AVI. And I'll go to the Developer Tools, here the Developer tab actually, and if you don't have the Developer tab, go to the Office button, go to Word Options, and under Popular make sure that the Show Developer tab in the ribbon is checked. Click on OK, and you should find that the Developer tab has now appeared. So under Developer tab, go to Design Mode, and then the Legacy Tools. Inside the Legacy Tools, go to More Controls in the bottom right hand side. And here we have QuickTime Control, so I'll use that first to insert the QuickTime movie. You'll see that the box is here, ready for me to insert the movie. I'll go to Properties, and here is the URL in which I will insert the location of the movie. I happen to have it saved here to make it as simple so I don't have to type in all the stuff for the tutorial. So I'll copy, go back to the document, paste it into the URL, and I'll also adjust the sizing to Movie Fits Control. Alright, once the sizing is set, I'll go to Design Mode and uncheck Design Mode. And now I can go and play the movie. If the movie is too small, I can't resize in this mode. I'll just pause this and I'll go back to Design Mode. And here I can resize, and also in this mode go to Page Layout and adjust the text wrapping. I'll go back to the Developer tab, uncheck Design Mode, and now the movie is a little larger and easier to view. I'll pause that, and I'll just scroll down here to another location. I'll just put this on the next page and insert a flash movie now. So once again, under the developer tools, I'll go into design mode, select the ActiveX controls for more controls, and in alphabetical order we should find the Shockwave Flash object. Click on Shockwave Flash object. Under properties, I'll go to the location of the Shockwave Flash file, and I'll just copy the location. This happens to be on my desktop. I'll go back to document 2, and here under movie data I can go ahead and paste the location in. Once the movie is placed in, I'll get out of design mode and start playing the movie. And you see now that the movie plays, very small on the screen, but yet it is inside the Word document. Now here's the problem with dealing with developer tools. I'll go ahead and try to save this. Go to the Office button, click on Save, and find that I get a nasty little error message saying that the following cannot be saved macro free. So it wants me to save the Word document as a macro Word document. So I'll go back to Save, and I'll go to Save As and select Word document. And here I'll change to a macro Word document, and I'll just call it macro Word for short. And there we are. Now here's where it gets even more complicated. I can save as a Word macro document, but if I tried to open up that same Word macro document in Microsoft Word without changing the security settings, I may come into some problems. So I'll just close macro Word that I've saved, and I'll go back to macro Word document here, and I find that some of my items here have disappeared and changed around. Let's give this a try. If I go under the developer tools and go to properties, now I'm finding that I'm locked out of the document I just made, and Microsoft Word is asking me to change the settings of the Word document so I can access the information. And here's how you can change the security settings within Microsoft Word. It's very important that you know what you're doing. If you change the security settings, you can open yourself up to macro viruses, and also double check with the system administrators at your school or work before you go ahead and do this. I'll click on the Office button, and here under Word options we have the Trust Center, and inside the Trust Center I can enable the macros, and I can also enable the ActiveX settings within the Word document. If I click on OK, I may have to exit out of Microsoft Word altogether and then go back in. Go to the Word document macro that we just saved. The QuickTime movie just popped up, and if I click on the movie, go to Developer, Design Mode, and Properties, now I can access the properties of the QuickTime control and other controls that I put into Microsoft Word. The next tutorial will show you how to get around this, so you may not have to change your settings, and also the next tutorial will show you how to insert YouTube videos into Microsoft Word. As a recap, AVI tends to work a whole lot better than any other movie file format for Microsoft Word. If you work with a lot of movies and want to insert them into Word documents, I suggest going out and getting a video converter that can convert from other file formats into the AVI file format.